Go.
Hi guys! So today we're going to be making masks. So you should have gotten something that looks like this in your packet. Except for yours is cut off and it already has hole punches in the sides right here. You should have also gotten some string or streamer like this. You should have 2 pieces. And then in the stuff that you got, you should have glue, and you should have been given colored pencils or markers or something like that, whatever you guys have. And then you guys are going to need a pair of scissors. So, yeah, so that's what you're going to need for the project today. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your mask and you're going to color it. You're going to color it, decorate it however you want. You can use the stuff that you have at home. If you have glitter, you can put glitter on it. If you have stickers, you can put stickers on it. Whatever you want to put on it. So I just colored this one with a bunch of colors. So it's almost like a rainbow. But this is what I did with mine. So if you guys want to do that, you can do that. And then we'll go to the next step. So then the next step, and then remember you can always pause the video so you can go along with the video instead of having to like rush to do it. So you don't need to rush. You should make your mask look really, really nice. We don't want it to be rushed. So the next thing that we will do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut out your mask. So you're going to want to go along the black line right here. So you're going to want to see your black line. So the outside of the black line, that is where you're going to want to cut. So I will show you what we're going to do. So here, let's get a little bit closer to the camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut along the paper and you're going to go right along that line. So I'll do the first cut and then I'll show you. Because we still want the outline. So it'll be like this. So when you cut it, it'll have just the black line. So you're going to cut all the way around your mask. I know some are cut out already and some may not be. So this is going to be the longest process besides coloring. It's trying to get as close to this black line as possible. Okay, we're halfway there. Okay, so yours won't bend like this either, so I just reprinted it out on just a regular sheet of paper. Your guys is all cardstock, so it won't fold like this after you paint it or color it. So then what you should have is something that looks like this. So it's everything cut out, the black line is still there. So this is what you should have. So you have that. Then the eyes, you guys don't need to worry about cutting the eyes out because if you look in the center of the eye, it says cut out with a bunch of arrows facing all directions. So don't worry about coloring the eyes because we're going to cut those out so you can see through your mask. You will also see lines right here, and there's a line and it says cut along those lines. So you're just going to cut down the center of those lines. So that's going to be the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to take your scissors and you're going to cut through those lines. So then you'll have one that looks like this on one side, okay? And then you're gonna cut the other side. So now it'll be like this. So you want this to stay attached. You don't want to cut this part off. You need this part still. So then what you're gonna do at the bottom, so you have this, so this is the top, here's your eye, and down here at the bottom there's another black line that says cut. So we're also going to cut up that line. So you're going to take it, just take your scissors and just snip it at the bottom. And then you'll have one on the other side too. So you're gonna do the same thing on that side. Okay, so far this is what we should have. We should have the center part of our mask cut out, and then the two sides cut. Okay, so then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the eye part. So if you look, it's a black line across it. So again, how we did with the outside, we wanted to keep this black line. You also want to keep this black line around the eyeball. So what you're gonna do is, the best and easiest way to do it is you're gonna take your paper and you're gonna kind of fold it a little bit. So you're gonna kind of fold it in half like that. Don't crease it, but you're just gonna fold it over, and you're gonna take your scissors and you're just gonna kind of snip on the inside. So when you snip, it made like a little hole through the eye. So now what you can do is you can take your scissors and you can stick it through there, and you can just cut around the white part of the eye. So cut that whole part out. I'll show you in just a second. Let me cut it out. And again, like I said before, you guys can always pause the video. You can take your time, pause the video, make sure that you're doing quality work. So like this. So now we just cut around the eye. So now you can actually see me right through the eye. So that's our, and so then the next thing you're gonna do is your other eye. So we all have two eyes, so does our masks. So we're going to cut the other eye out. So we're gonna fold it, snip, and then we're going to cut around that eye. Okay, so we're gonna cut around it. Okay, there's still some white showing. We're gonna cut that off. Okay, so now we have this. So now we have our two eyes cut out of our mask. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit tricky, especially with my paper because it's so flimsy. So what we're gonna do is this part at the top where we cut it, there's this line right here that the word says cut right there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cover where it says cut with a little bit of glue. So we don't want to do a lot because we want it to be able to stick. And if you use too much glue, if you have a glue stick, that might be best to do that. Or if you have your tacky glue or any other kind of glue you guys have at home, you're just gonna do a little bit of glue on the part where it says cut, because we're gonna cover that up. Okay, so then we're gonna take our paper. So now we have our glue on here over the part where it says cut, and we're going to fold our paper over top. So we've just slid it right over the part where it says cut. So now it's glued on top, so you can no longer see where it says cut. So then now you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So now you have this part right here where it says cut, so we're gonna put glue along this part right here. Remember, just a little bit, not a lot, because we want our stuff to stick and not slide off. So I'll show you how much glue I'm using. So if the glue will come out, let's see. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm just taking it and doing a little tiny bit along the top so you can barely see it. So you're gonna do that, and then you're going to slide this over top, and when you do that, your paper is gonna start to bend out. So it'll start to form like a forehead on your mask. So if you look to the side, so it's like this now, so if you look to the side, it's popped out. So you see how it's almost 3D now? So that's what that top part created. So now what you're gonna do is we're gonna come down here because we cut the bottom part also, we're going to put glue across the part right here where it says cut. Again, we're gonna put a little bit of glue right on the cut. Okay, so here, so we have our glue, and then we're going to take this piece right here, the edge piece, and we're going to fold it across over top where it says cut. So now you'll have a fold in your paper. Okay, so before it was flat like this, and we just took it and we folded it across like that over top of where it says cut. Okay, so we're gonna do the same with the other side. So we're gonna put a little bit of glue. So we have our little bit of glue, and now we're gonna fold this over and cover up where it says cut. So now we have this piece that pops out. So now our mask is almost completed. So now the ones that went home, I hole punched already, so you guys won't have to worry about hole punching it. So you guys should have 2 holes on the ends right here, but mine doesn't have that yet. So I'm going to hole punch mine. Okay, so the ones at home, they should be like this. You guys already have a hole punch, just like that. Okay, so remember I said we had 2 pieces of string. This is party string. You can use any type of string that you want, but this is what I had, so this is what we're using. So you take your party string and you're going to put it through your hole punch. So you're gonna put it through the hole punch and you're gonna bring it out the other side. So it should be like this. You have your little one here and your longer one here. So we're just gonna tie a knot. So that's all we're gonna do is put a knot across, like through our hole punch. So it's best to go through twice to knot it. So if you feel like it's too loose, you can do a different type of knot. I just did 2 loops across, and then I just snipped the end off. So now it looks like this. Okay, so then we have to do the other side because there's 2 sides and we have 2 strings. So we're gonna go through this hole punch now. So we're gonna go through our hole punch, and then we're gonna bring it through, and then we're just gonna do 2 loop throughs. So we're gonna go through once. Okay, then we're gonna tighten it, and then we're gonna go through a second time. And then we'll tighten it. So if you have like this little bit of string hanging off right here, we can just take our scissors and we can just snip that piece off. So it'll be like that. And now you guys have your mask. So you can put it on, and you can tie it around your head. Hold up. You can tie it around your head, and now you have your mask. So now you just created, this is a bat mask, but you can make it whatever you want. You could cut the ears off, make it round. You guys can change the whole design if you want to. And then if you want to, if you guys have extra paper at home, you can just use this part as a stencil, and you can make a bunch of different types of masks. You can, like this one is a rainbow one. At the site, we were doing a bunch. So we had cat masks and monkey masks and the bat masks, but there was some that had flowers on them. There was some that were black and all kinds of different colors. And we really enjoyed it. So we thought everybody at home would enjoy it also. So like I said, if you want to do multiple masks, you guys can just use this as a stencil, and you can make a lot. So yeah, that's us making a mask. So we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.